I'm super hyped about today. I'll be right back. Just gotta grab the charger for this computer. Okay. Never mind, I can't find the charger, so we'll just do it right now. Alright, as you guys have heard, this one is gonna be part 1 finish. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Chapter 3. I haven't seen Kestrel in so 7 years? Queen Scarlet said in a pleasant voice that didn't match the rage in her eyes. What a fun reunion this is gonna be. She whipped tail back and forth behind her. All my least favorite dragons in one place. Kyle was the closest dragon to her. She took a step back toward his friend and spread his wings. She'd have to go through him to get to them. He hoped she couldn't see how his claws were shaking. You followed us here, Snummy said in a choked voice. Oh, I didn't have to, said the queen. Someone sent up a lovely, helpful smoke signal for me. Let us all right here. What a brilliant idea! My idea? I thought, horrified. This is all my fault. I brought the Skywings down to us. Who are you? Sunny squeaked. Now really, this is getting insulting, said the queen. You're in my territory. Apparently, you're living under my mountain. I am only the most important dragon for hundreds of miles. How dare you not recognize me? She arched her neck and spread her wings, her bejeweled wings, and spread her bejeweled wings. Queen Scarlet of the Skywings, Starflight breathed. He crouched low, touching his head to the floor and crossing his front talons together. Now that's more like it. Striding into the cave. 3 moons. It's gloomy in here, she glanced around, spotted Starflight's sack of scrolls, and set it ablaze with one burst of fire. Starflight stared at the burning scrolls, frozen in place, clay edged sideways, trying to seal him in Sunny and Glory all at once. If only he were bigger. My goodness, Queen Scarlet said, squinting. You're a Nightwing. She batted Clay aside as if he were made of leaves and grabbed Starflight's chin. Clay scrambled up again and took a step toward her. but the clanking of armor and grim expressions of the skywings spilling into the cave made him stop. A Nightwing, not yet 10 years old, Queen Scarlet said, turning Starflight around and prodding his scales like he was a cow she planned to eat for dinner. How thrilling! They don't normally let their dragonets out into the world. You might corrupt their superior perfection or something. She breathed the smoke into his face and he coughed. I've never had a Nightwing in my arena before. Thrilling. Tell me, what am I thinking about right now? Starflight's expression was pure terror. Let's see how much pages we have left until part 2. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can make it. I'm gonna let us make it, even though it'll cost us 2 days. 2 hard Queen Scarlet teas. I'll give you a hint. I'm thinking now, why would a Nightwing, a Seawing, and a Mudwing be hiding under my mount along with whatever those 2 are that the Mudwings is cutely trying to protect? She flicked her tail at Gloria and Sunny. Clay shivered as the Queen leaned closer to Starflight. This wouldn't have anything to do with a certain prophecy, would it? What's going out here? Doom grumbled, limping into the cave. He stopped short at the sight of the skywings. His black eyes turned slowly toward the Queen, and Clay saw fear on his face for the first time ever. Webs! He yelled, and then the Maimed Sandwing hurtled across the cave toward the Queen. Stop, Sunny shrieked. They'll hurt you. Doom didn't seem to hear her. He seized Queen Scarlet and flung her away from Starflight. Don't touch them, he roared. You'll never get your claws on them. The Queen twisted in midair and landed on her feet facing him, hissing. They're mine now, she snarled. She launched herself at Doom. Webs came pounding into the cave as the Skywing soldiers erupted toward the Queen. He barely paused before throwing himself in their way. His tail smacked 3 of them back, and his claws raked the underbelly of another. Clay had never seen him fight before. He hadn't known Webs could be dangerous. Stay back, Clay said to Sunny. And you should hide yourself, he added to Glory. Disappear? Well, you tried to die for us again, she said. No thanks. She pushed past him and went after Tsunami, who was already fighting alongside Webs. Clay shoved Sunny up onto a boulder and ran to join them. Wait, I can help Sunny Cole, can't I? These dragonets are scared, June shouted as Queen Scarlet smashed him into a stalagmite. She was smaller than him, but deceptively stronger. His old injuries showed him down. He staggered up, gasping, with his scarred wing trailing crookedly beside him. They're the Dragonets of Destiny. You can't have them. What if it's my destiny to play with them? She said, lashing her claws at his stump. He howled, and a stream of blood poured from the new wound. Oh, wait, that's right, she said. I don't care about destiny. I don't care about prophecies or any Nightwing or any of that Nightwing silliness. She scored her talons around his wing, ripping open the scars. Besides, they made me awfully mad, and then ran away. That happens to me far too often, but you know what? I always find the ones who betray me in the end, even if I have to wait 7 years. The queen seized Dune by the neck and pinned him up against the wall. Right, Kestrel? Clay stumbled. The Skywing he was fighting knocked him over and trapped his tail and wings beneath for massive feet. The battle seemed to freeze for a moment, and from his crushed position, Clay saw Kestrel slide into the cave. Poor Scarlet, she said brazenly. Everyone betrays. Alright, we should have 3 more pages left. You've got me now. Let these worthless others go. She didn't even look down at the Dragonets. Clay twisted his head and met Tsunami's eyes. He would never have guessed that Kestra would give herself up to save them. Maybe she really meant it about keeping them alive. Maybe that was the only thing she cared about, no matter how much she hated them. Kestrel, the queen tisked. That sounded like an order. Have you switched from disobeying orders to giving them now? I won't fight, Kestrel said, her voice cold and hard. I'll come with you. Just leave them. These Dragonets have nothing to do with the Skywings. You will come with me, Queen Scarlet. Funny that you thought you had a choice about that. We've got a thrilling trial planned, followed by an even more thrilling execution. But for these little dragons, she swept her tail toward Clay and his friends. You can't really expect me to give up prizes like this. There are no prizes, Kestrel snorted. They're useless, every one of them. Plus, I'm weird looking, Shunny chimmed in from the top of her rock. The queen's tongue flicked out of her mouth, and more smoke coiled around her horns. Oh, they're just the new blood my arena needs. It would be terribly sad to let them go. I would be too. Too devastated. Clay tried to heave the Skywing off him, but the soldier who had him pinned was too big. He barely glanced down at Clay's pathetic struggles. This would be a great time to call up that inner monster, Clay thought, but no surge of strength or violence or rage answered him. Take them all, Queen Scarlet announced. Except this, of course. She shook Dune lightly as if she were shaking the fluff on a dead pigeon. He clawed at her talons, his eyes bulging. I mean, What use is a crippled dragon who can't fly? I'm surprised you haven't killed yourself already, Sandwing, but I can take care of that for you. No, Sunny screamed, leaping at them, but it was too late. With a chilling crack, Queen Scarlet snapped Dune's neck and dropped his body on the stone floor. Dune, Sunny howled. She squirmed past Scarlet and crouched beside him, shaking his feet with her front talons. His mangled wing flopped and his scales scraped against the rocks. His black eyes were empty. Dune, wake up! Clay was too horrified to move, even if he could have escaped the Skywing soldier. Dune was dead, and it's all my fault. I came up with a smoke signal plan. I brought the Skywings here to kill him. Who else is gonna die because of me? Kestrel suddenly lunged at the Skywing soldiers. She grabbed the one who was clutching webs and ripped him free. Tell the Talon, she snarled, shoving webs toward the river. Before anyone could stop him, webs pelted down the slope and into the water. A huge wave, dust, rocks, and splashed all the dragons. He vanished below the surface while Clay was still blinking. Clay remembered the tight gap. And the long tunnel he'd swum through. Would webs fit? He would make it outside. Ooh, Queen Scarlet said, wiping her crest dry with one claw. The town's of peace. I hope they try storming my sky palace to save you. That would be thrilling fun, especially the part where we slaughter them all. The Skywing soldiers brought chains forward and started wrapping each of the dragonets in heavy iron. Clay caught Glory's eye. Hide, he mouthed. She shook her head. No way, I'm going with you, she whispered. The weight of the chains made Clay's wings and head droop as if they were all marched through the tunnel and out into the dawn. The sun was slithering up the sky, casting golden light across the mountains. Wait, casting? That's the last part of my podcast. Clay glanced up and thought he saw a dark figure circle overhead, spot them, and fly away. He guessed it might be Marusir, but he wasn't surprised that the Nightwing made no effort to rescue them. Nightwings never got their claws dirty. They delivered prophecy and told the other dragons what to do, but they stayed out of the war and avoided fighting. Azar ached. They'd come so close to freedom, but now they were far worse off than before. Life under the mountain had felt like prison, but I knew it was nothing compared to being trapped in the claws of the Skywing Queen. Alright, part 2 in the Sky Kingdom. We're gonna read that in, one time. See you guys later. Johnny out. Peace.